Yeah, and sooner or later, reality hits you in the face, and look, I've been doing this for 3 or 4 years and working a job and trying to stay alive, and I'm not making it to the top 8 at nationals. Maybe it's time to do something else. Maybe it's time to put it away. I was really lucky. I was blessed with talent. I was blessed with being a good guesser, and I guessed right a lot of times. I took a lot of risks, but to me they didn't seem like risks. To other people they might have seemed like risks. To me it made a lot of sense. Here's where I want to go. Here's what I want to do. This is the way to do it. And it just seemed like the highest probability path. So that was real important for me as an athlete in my development. I have to say, unfortunately, being a successful thrower in this country, pretty much track and field, but mostly throwers, I can relate to that, remains a highly individualistic, highly entrepreneurial endeavor. And you've got to be really smart, and you've got to be really clear about what you're trying to do and how to do it. And you have to be very lucky to be in the right place at the right time, so you have the support system so you can pursue those goals. All of that was my situation, and one of the things that's real important to me right now is what happens in the next 10 and 20 years for the throwing events here in the U.S. In September, I took a new job. I left Concordia University in Portland. I mean, it was awesome. The school is huge. They had 1,200 undergraduates. NAIA school, they're going to Division II. They had 10 acres of land just for me for throwing, and no budget for recruiting. and no support for the athletes. Tongue-in-cheek there, a little sarcasm. But so I took a job at Chula Vista at the Olympic Training Center, which is a southeastern suburb of San Diego. I can see the Mexican border from the training center. And I'm an employee of USATF. And it's a calculated gamble. Some of you probably know USATF and the kind of operation they are, and the kind of operation they are not, and what we all wish they could be, and what they wish they could be. So anyway, I'm responsible for coaching. Right now there are 14 post-collegiate throwers there and 5 multi-event athletes. I coach them in the throws. And I'm co-coaching with Art Venegas, the former coach at UCLA. And I'm full-time, and he's every other week. He's there for 3 days. Anyway, what concerns me is not so much the athletes that are there now and the athletes who will come through there in the next 4 or however many years that I have there, that I'm lucky enough to have dead of winter weather at 65 to 70 degrees and sunny. The toughest decision I have is when I get ready to walk out from my office out onto the field is, do I need to take my really lightweight, long sweatpants and a sweat top, or can I just leave them in the office? Is it going to be just a little chilly where I got to put something on other than shorts and a t-shirt? That's a tough decision. Anyway, that doesn't have anything to do with my real big concern. Yeah, I want to help our athletes get better at the international level. That's why I'm there. That's why they hired me. They focused on jumpers and throwers because they have less money to make when they get really good, and it takes longer for them to get there. What the average age at the last Olympics for the top 8 throwers was 29. That's a long way from college degree. It's a long way. That's a long time to be on food stamps. That's a long time to be working even 20 hours, let alone 40 hours at a job, and trying to devote yourself to your passion. It doesn't work, and the results show that it doesn't work. So aside from these athletes, in my mind, the elephant that's sitting in the room is developing a culture of here's how you throw in this country. It's developing two people to take my place, and as I've tried to, I set a high water mark with my throwing as a competitor, and I want to throw other athletes up beyond my mark on the beach in some sort of a weird metaphor. I want to do the same thing with coaching. I want to have people come in at Chula Vista to, do all this and to really understand here's the meat and potatoes, and all the rest is fluff. And we have a real great culture in this country for here's how you hit a baseball. Here's how you pitch a baseball. Here's how you throw a football. Here's how you hit a tennis ball or a golf ball. Here's how you throw a discus. Not part of our culture. Not part of our institutional knowledge. It just doesn't exist. And yeah, some people know some stuff, but all I can say is look at the results. I mean, last year the top American men were ranked, I think, 36th and 40th in the world. Yeah, that's amazing. 36th and 40th were the two best U.S. men discus throwers. So, I can see a time where if I'm successful, there's going to be coaches and all over the place. And I feel right now I'm on everybody's team. When I'm a college coach, I'm kind of competitive, and I tend to be secretive. I want to recruit the top talent and blah blah blah. But I'm on everybody's team. If you want me to help you, I'll be glad to help you. And I want to make your thrower better and make you better, and you get the credit for it. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I don't need to buff up my resume at this point in time. Not necessary. But the white elephant in the room for me is the coaching development. Develop an institutional knowledge, culture of here's how you throw. Especially the discus, but all four events, because the javelin and the hammer are really, really hurting, and have been for many years. So that's a strange tale of where I came from. Graduating from high school, I used to be 6'4". I weighed 195 pounds. I'd never lifted weights. And I threw the 12-pound shot 58 feet.
You were with 195?
When I got out of high school, that's what it was.
Now, what was it when you were at your, in 76?
250, 253.
Okay.
It was like about 7 pounds a year.
That beard was about 7 pounds.
Yeah, and not so white. And the hair was a lot longer. And a lot thicker, too. Yeah.